investment that any governor can invest in.
Again, there's not much to add.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, our next story. You know, criminologists tell us that in investigation, when you remove the impossible in a situation, whatever is left, however improbable, must be the truth. A totally new development has arisen in the Akpabio Natasha tiff. A police report on Friday, February the 6th, indicted Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan over allegations of murder and organ harvesting she made against Senate President Godswill Akpabio. The report, signed by the Commissioner of Police in charge of the Police Monitoring Unit, Abuja, Akin Fakorede, was made public recently. Recall that in March 2025, 28-year-old graduate Inyobong Umorin was murdered and her vital organs removed. The Kogi Central Senator was at the center of the allegation linking the Senate President to the act. Well, here we go again. These are times that will continue to try men's souls.
I think this is a very unique case that has exposed a lot of things about our political leaders.
Okay.
That people can hang on falsehood, to settle political scores. Issues that are not even related at all can be, invoked,
okay,
to advance political interest. The case we are talking of, the lady, graduate of philosophy, of University of Uyo, who was looking for a job and was lured by one Frank Odwak Apan. And then this person lured him to his village, raped this innocent girl, killed the innocent girl, and buried her in a shallow grave. Very unfortunate incident.
But let's say the Frank has been sentenced to death.
Yeah, of course, sentenced to death, convicted,
convicted
by court of competent jurisdiction. And, there was a petition by someone, by a human rights organization, which was done in good faith because a report was brought to that human rights organization that the Senate President was involved, in the murder of this innocent girl. So the NGO wrote to the police calling for investigation, And of course, the police started investigating, It was discovered that someone had submitted the phone number of the NGO to the Senator Natasha, and then claimed that, so it was believed that Natasha prompted that petition to be written. Because the person who gave the phone number to Senator Natasha confirmed to the police that was her, that told him to go on. Eventually, police started the investigation. And I'm happy that when that report was brought to them, the police didn't go after the petitioner, which is customary. The police did a diligent investigation, and the report was signed by one Akin Fakorede. And I think the police went to, Akwa Ibom, met the parents, look at the
parents of the
deceased, and then conducted look at the postmortem examination, spoke with the parents, and the parents said, look, this lady that was killed, was murdered by this particular person.
Yeah.
And that, the Senate President has no connection at all, and that, in fact, that lady that was murdered, no organ was harvested. She was raped, and I think in an attempt to prevent her from telling her story, this criminal, killed the innocent girl.
Right.
So it's a lesson that, either you're a politician or you are an ordinary person, it's not everything that we hear that is true.
Oh, yeah.
Then, like we say in journalism, when you are in doubt, leave it out. It also shows that character assassination is an offense under Nigerian law, that you can be prosecuted and you might go to jail. Because from police investigation, people can say, oh, police is this and that, but the police went and met the families of the deceased, and then conducted medical examination and all that, to come to this conclusion. It took them almost 1 year, diligent investigation going from one place to the other, before they could come out with this report. So I think, character assassination has legal implications. And we need to be very, very careful. So, and I'm happy that I understand the criminal charges filed against the senator has been withdrawn courtesy of the Senate president. And I hope that this will be the end of the case, but it's a lesson that we should all learn from. Probably the senator was given a wrong information and she was not meticulous enough to find out the truth, you know, of the allegations brought to her before asking this civil society organization to petition the police. So it's a lesson that we need to be very careful. You know, for the fact that somebody is in a particular environment when someone was killed does not mean that that person was responsible for that murder. You know, so when people come in doing forensic expert and all that, you may discover that the person that you met there has nothing to do with the murder. So, you know, it's a lesson for all of us.
Okay. Let's take us again back to Abuja, where our man is waiting. BKO, at a time like this, you are wondering if there's going to be a stop to the Akpabio Natasha tiff, if you understand what I mean.
I think the Senate president has taken steps to ensure that this ding-dong affair does not continue. On our own, he decided to withdraw all cases, you know, against Natasha. And he also went to the point of begging his wife to withdraw the case that she filed against the senator. The matter that we are talking about here involved a petition written by the president of the Unique Family Foundation, that's Sandra Drew. Sandra Drew filed that petition with the police against Senator Natasha. According to her, in a phone conversation, Natasha had made that allegation against the Senate president. The Senate president was involved in organ harvesting. Now, one thing that has to be made clear, the time during which Senator Akpabio's wife was ill, and the time when Ms. Ineobong was murdered were far apart.
Okay.
And all educated people, informed people, know that if you are going to do organ transplant, you are not going to bring that organ from a person already dead. If you want, if somebody suffer renal failure and you want to do kidney transplant, you are not going to bring the kidney of a dead person.
Obviously.
So it is borderline illiteracy for someone to imagine that you can go and bring the organ of a dead person and put it in
a living,
in somebody who is still alive.
Yeah.
And even before organ transplant is done, they have to check, they have to do some checks to determine whether that organ that they want to plant in a person, whether his body will be receptive to it.
That's it.
So it was an allegation that was a silly one that you cannot even tell somebody who is educated and expect that person to take you seriously. You cannot go and bring the organ of a dead person and use it to save the life of somebody who is alive.
Yeah.
So the story did not add up from the beginning. Akpabio's wife had been ill, had been well, years apart from when the woman was killed. And when the woman was killed, according to autopsy report, there was no organ harvesting. Okay. There was no mutilation of her internal organs. The autopsy showed that nothing like that happened. So saying that the Senate president was involved in organ harvesting was just a fake claim, fake accusation that does not stand the test of rigorous investigation. Yeah. So But when the police, in the course of their investigation, were able to ascertain that indeed that phone call was made to Sanda Duru by Senator Natasha.
Yeah.
And this was the reason the Attorney General of the Federation decided to file a criminal libel suit against her. But the case did not proceed further because the Senate President claimed that she listened to a pastor who told him to withdraw all cases that she had against people. And that was why, since he has exercised his right to not allow the prosecution to go on, the Attorney General of the Federation was approached, and the case was had to be stopped. So Natasha will no longer have her day in court on this matter because the Senate President has decided not to go to court. But there is a lesson for all to learn. There are some allegations that you cannot make because it makes absolutely no sense. Yeah. And I've said it that if doctors want to do organ transplant, they will not go and reach out for the organ of somebody who is already dead.
Yeah.
If you want to donate your kidney to a relation, to a friend, they will subject it to a test. It is not every kidney that will be able to sit in the body of an individual. There has to be a test of compatibility. If it is not compatible with your body, then that you will have to look for somebody else whose own kidney will be compatible with your body. So it's not like, oh, they just kill somebody, they will remove the kidney, take the kidney abroad to go. Come on, it is not done.
Yeah.
A lot of doctors must have been laughing themselves almost to death when they had this kind of allegations. But thankfully, the nonsense that was going on at that time, the back and forth in the National Assembly, will end now so that they can focus on what took them to National Assembly instead of the silly name calling that was the order of the day. They were disturbing the rest of us with funny tales and all that. So I think a lot of these things, tales by the moonlight, I think by now it should be a thing of the past.
All right, we are done regarding this subject matter. Well, let the debate continue in your part of town. But now we'll go on a commercial break. Thank you, BKO. We'll get back to you very soon. Thank you. Let's go on the break now.